It's time for Seriously, Let's Play, a Nerds Domain actual play podcast. Each week, we'll be sending you part of a one-shot that covers a game on our list that we keep meaning to play and never find time for. Join Matt, the Thompsons, and John Quiett as they give you a small showing of what each system is like and tell a story that they've put together themselves.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to Seriously Let's Play. I'm Matt, your sorta host. I'm really just filling in for John while he's writing down all kinds of interesting stuff.
I'm ready to go whenever you are. I can do this.
I am here with John, who will be running the game tonight.
Hello.
And Ed, who will be editing it.
Participating.
I'll be editing. I will be editing.
Editing, yeah.
I will not be editing. I will be editing. There's a difference.
And Shirley.
Hello.
This week we're playing Firefly. It's Cortex Plus, right?
Cortex Plus from the Margaret Weiss company.
Yes. This is not Serenity, which is similar mechanics but different scope.
There was another version put out by Margaret Weiss using just the Cortex system, and then there was another system put out by another company, and then this one came back to Margaret Weiss. I think that's how the history of the game goes.
Sure.
But,
and this is this might have been Mythinder, but we decided not to do Mythinder.
I called an audible.
Yeah,
because I get that authority when I'm running the game.
Absolutely. Plus, now we get to fly around in a ship in space instead of stealing power from gods and murdering people.
Yeah.
Shiny.
Murdering said gods. You steal the power from them and then murder them.
Well, let's get this go-ram game started.
Excellent.
We can cuss on the show now. You just have to
use the televised Chinese versions.
Oh, I can say frack.
Wrong show.
Wrong
yeah,
show.
I'll
Wrong
allow
universe.
it. I will allow it.
Totally wrong universe.
Now we need the Battlestar Galactica role-playing game.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
And then we have to decide who's the Cylon.
Me.
I know.
It's all Shirley.
So, John.
Yes.
Why don't you? Well, do you want us to introduce our characters? Do you want to introduce the job? What do you want? How do you want to do this?
I'll get this rolling. We'll talk about characters. Actually, let me flip back to the map because we have physical book.
Yeah, I'm excited. I didn't realize you had the physical. I knew we had the PDFs.
Well, birthday money and whatnot. I had to splurge.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, the Serenity crew, because we're going to be using core characters from the show. The Serenity crew has set down on Palorum, a planet circling the star Lux in the Greater White Sun system.
So we're in the core world.
You are just inside the core worlds. I guess the White Sun system would technically be a trinary because there are 3 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Oin Shi Hung, and then Lux being the 2 secondary stars. Lux has 2 planets circling it that are, at least that's what's on the lore. Palorum and Persephone are circling the star. So
okay.
That makes I'm gonna say Badger, right, is on Persephone.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So Badger's out there circling nearby. But we are on the other planet in that system, Palorum. And you've just cashed in a job. You delivered some parts for a guy who had a shipyard, and you were a little flush with cash. And we find at least the PCs in a, let's say less than reputable bar.
Okay.
With their money. Who's in the bar right now? Go around the table, Ed.
Malcolm Reynolds.
Awesome.
River Team.
And I am Hoban Washburne. Hoban Washburne.
Yep.
Reading is hard, guys.
Indeed. The rest of the crew's off doing various errands and whatnot. How's River concealing herself? Because they, she is still wanted in this. Because we were playing pre-film, pre-Serenity film, so River and Simon are wanted.
So they convinced her to wear, like a hooded robe.
A pretty
thing.
floral bonnet.
No, a hooded robe.
Okay. So you just constantly reminding her to keep her head down?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so you guys are enjoying a meal, maybe? Sitting down to get some real food instead of that canned stuff you keep in the galley.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Protein paste.
Some real strawberries.
Yeah.
I mean, are you just going to sit on your phone all night, or are we going to actually play?
I'm looking up words to use in the game.
Okay.
Are they swear words in Chinese?
No, I can't find any of those that aren't just long-ass phrases I'm never going to be able to remember. That was actually my last post page to check to see if I could find more Golram things. No, it was literally a picture of that page.
Okay.
Google Translate.
No, I'm saying like Golram is not Chinese, is it?
No.
Yeah. That's the words I was looking for, and none
Got
of them
it.
were in the book or on various websites.
So you're sitting down at the bar when you are approached by a guy. I had an NPC name all picked out, and I forgot. All right, so you're sitting down to eat a meal. They got pot roast, potatoes and carrots and some other vegetables.
Oh, man, that sounds good.
That sounds way better than what I just had.
And when you're approached by a guy in a shiny purple suit,
Like literally shiny, or
yeah,
just
like
a really nice,
no,
good-looking suit?
like high gloss, weird fabric,
Shark skin.
shark skin, yes,
Yeah.
but like space age shark skin. So
Space shark.
Shark skin really does kind of look space age.
I guess
I
it
mean,
does,
even
yeah.
like when it was popular in the 50s.
sure.
Space shark.
And he says, and he comes up to the table and kind of like clicks his heels and, puts his hand behind his back, has a big old, crap eating grin, ghost eating grin.
Ghost eating.
Yeah,
grin.
ghost eating grin on his face, and kind of smiles at you for a minute, and it's just long enough, and he says, "Malcolm Reynolds, right? Maximilian Kostya." Sticks out his hand like to shake.
Oh, this looks
River
good.
reaches over and kind of taps Malcolm on his arm, and she goes,
Well, you have me at a disadvantage, sir.
Shiny. Just looks back down at the table.
Well, your reputation precedes you, and that is a good thing. Like I said, my name is Maximilian Kostya. I represent several entrepreneurs here on the planet that would like, and I would like to extend to you an offer, you and your crew. My patrons are looking to extend an exclusive contract to you to work for them on your schedule, totally one-sided to your benefit. You choose the jobs you'll take, but they come to you with the jobs first before they go to anyone else. But basically, they want to put you on the payroll, guarantee you the funds to keep flying. Are you interested?
Well, that sounds mighty fine, but I'm just curious, where are the strings?
Well, the first strings that you're probably going to notice once we get to talk in more details is that they don't necessarily want you. They want the best pilot and crew they can find. Like I said, you're top of my list. That's why I came to you when I heard you were on, when you were on this world. I came to you to make sure that you got included. They want to run a little race, as it were, from here to Three Hills. They want you to go they want you to come to Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope is the moon of the planet, because you're in the verse, but now our listeners know that Kaleidoscope is the single moon that orbits Palorum, where they have their facility. You'll have a party. You'll come to a party. You will find a patron. One of my clients will agree to back you in this competition, and then the next morning, you and your crew will race to Three Hills, pick up the load, and come back to Kaleidoscope. First captain back gets the big payday and the contract. Everybody's going to get paid if they make it back to Kaleidoscope with the goods. That's a guarantee. So this isn't going to just cost you money. This is a real job offer. We have 12 shipments that we need delivered. So there's money in it for you at the very least. But like I said, if you win the race, then you get the contract and they come to you with more jobs in the future.
And of course, the stuff that we be transporting is completely legal, right? In this race. Yes, and Wash speaks up.
Yeah. Well, and he does, looking around just to, no. I'll be honest with you, no, because I don't want to hide anything from you.
A race would be fun.
But the some of the materials are contraband. Some of the materials they just don't care to pay the registration fees to, it ends up costing more than it's worth to them.
They need to hide us.
So anyway,
so what?
John, completely out of the game. You would make the worst drug dealer.
I am
ever.
a horrible salesman, and I did it for a year. I was a commissioned salesman for a year, and I am bad at it.
I'm
so
sold so far.
Was that a Sears?
Sears, yeah,
You got a wife out of it.
I did.
Why? I mean, like, it sounds like you had like a mail order bride or something.
It does.
Yeah, from the Sears catalog.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
It's like page 892.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we fly from here to Three Hills, clearly going to get paid for that, and fly back, clearly going to get paid for that with contraband, not no problem from the Alliance at all.
Well, I mean,
back into the core worlds, and that's just it's easy peasy, right? This doesn't sound dangerous at all.
it's a job you've done before.
I get a plot point.
Yes, Matt has. So let's talk about that for a minute.
Yep.
Matt has a distinction.
Captain Obvious is that the distinction or the?
Well, it's
a little nervous is the name of the box, but then Captain Obvious is the checked one.
Yeah. So and I'm forgetting the term for those things.
Sub distinctions.
No. Anyway, we'll get into that. So each distinction comes with a couple of options underneath it that when you create the character, you get to check off one of the boxes and gain that special power of the distinction.
Okay.
Wash comes with a little nervous, and then the pre-check box is Captain Obvious. So when he states the obvious, he gets a plot point.
Specifically stating the obvious about how dangerous, stupid, or illegal the crew's plan will be when executing it.
Yeah.
Which is what I just did.
Yeah. Might be a little premature, but I'm going to go ahead and reward the initiative anyway. Everybody in this game is starting with 2 plot points. I couldn't find the rules when I was reading the book today, if that's legit how it runs, because different Cortex Plus systems have different views on plot points.
Okay.
But I figure since this is a one-shot, we'll go ahead and just prime the pump to get you to spin those and grease the gears of the game and all that stuff. So
sounds good.
Anyway, so back in character, Wash has just said
sounds dangerous.
Sounds dangerous because he's a little nervous. He's a wimp.
Whoa! I'm a discerning gentleman who can see danger as it comes.
Sure. So Wash points out that it sounds dangerous, and Kostya kind of pauses for a moment and smiles and goes, "Well, it's not as dangerous as, say, ripping off a core world hospital."
Who did that? I don't know anything about that.
You must have us confused with someone else.
Yeah, what he said.
No, I'm sure I've got the right people. It's also, not as.
I feel like this is when River would start chiming in, going, "No, you remember when you
didn't do it." It's also not as dangerous as working for Niska.
Okay, so that's the point.
I mean,
jumping into a volcano is not as dangerous as working for Niska.
I feel like that's another Captain Obvious right there.
I think we'll limit it to once this scene. But so what do you say? You interested in the job?
I think we can give it a whirl.
At least come to the party, have a good time.
Oh wait, there's a party?
Yeah, I mentioned there's a party on Kaleidoscope.
Okay. And
you come tonight. You wow my patrons one of them will back you in the race, and there'll probably be some side betting on their part. Nothing you need to nothing to do with you guys at all. They're going to make the race interesting for themselves. And
I wonder if Zoe will let me have some money for some fancy digs for the party.
For the party.
See how I work that in there.
Well, I mean, you just got paid, so
it's true.
Not that Costu knows that, but John, the GM, knows that you got some cash. So, I mean, you don't have to get dressed up. Just come as you are. They want to meet you, but it is you are trying to impress some people. So I'll leave that to you to decide where you take that.
All right.
But so you're in.
We'll see you on Kaleidoscope.
All right. So then he pulls out a little pad and he says, "Can I send a wave with the pertinent information?"
Yep. Sure. No. With you,
What? Captain? Why, Mr. Reynolds? I don't understand what
if he sends a wave, they can trace it.
To your ship, which you're going to then land on Kaleidoscope, and they'll know where you are anyway.
The NSA monitors all.
The Alliance. We don't have an NSA.
I'm going to
drop
with
the N and the S. It's just the A.
I'm going to say that if the United States NSA monitors all ongoing communication, I'm betting the Alliance is a little smidge worse. Just a smidge.
But all he's trying to send you is coordinates and
sure. Go ahead.
The info you need to know. So he sends you sends the info to your ship, whatever, and you now know the date and time and where to be. Okay.
So like an email?
Yes, it's just an email.
No, I'm just wondering. Yeah, no, go ahead.
Yeah. So he's like, "Great, see you guys tomorrow night."
Yeah.
Excellent.
Sure.
All right.
And he turns around and leaves. So Kostyo walks away. You guys have your information. What are you going to do now?
Captain.
Well, there's part of me that says maybe you should go and pick out a pretty dress for Zoe, but I think we both know who would wind up wearing that.
Captain, can I have some money for a slinky dress?
I don't remember what he says to that.
He never gets asked.
No, he said he never answers.
Yeah, he never answers.
Because it's a joke.
Right.
They let the joke.
Fork and eat a carrot.
She's going to need a dress.
I'm thinking we might, River, we might want to leave you back at the ship to keep an eye on things.
But I like the race.
Oh, you'll be there for the race. Don't worry, darling. I'm just thinking it might be better if not so many people.
If you're not on the ship, who's going to take care of Simon?
We need somebody to keep an eye on Simon. Part of me wants to leave Jane back at the ship also, but
no.
I got a feeling we're going to need him around in case things go sideways.
Jane needs to go.
Okay. All right, so we take River in her delightful
carrots
and her carrots back to the ship.
Don't forget the carrots.
Now I know why she wanted to play River.
Never mind. So back at the ship, Shepherd Book is there to greet you at the end of the plank, the door, whatever. It says
ramp.
Yeah, the ramp. So how did it go?
We had fun. We got carrots.
Excellent.
We did, in fact, get carrots.
And we may just have a job, Shepherd.
Holding a bowl of
Excellent.
carrots.
What kind of work?
A race.
A race?
Followed by the usual, what you'd come to expect from a ragtag bunch such as ourselves.
Interesting.
Nothing legal.
Wow. She's just going to call us out.
I don't think Shepherd's really shocked by anything we say at this point.
No, we're between show and season 1 and film, so
yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah,
it's fine. All right. So what's first? What's the next step?
Well, it looks like we're headed to Kaleidoscope to attend a party.
Oh, excellent. Kaleidoscope is a more or less barren rock with mining facilities on it. Should be a great time.
I have to stay and watch Simon.
Yes,
No doubt.
During the party.
No doubt.
Hey, like a great idea.
Well, so anything we need before then?
This is Ed asking John.
Okay.
Do we have we restocked the ship? Are we refueled? Are we prepared for a departure?
Yeah, that's
At this
what
point.
the rest of the crew was out securing those necessities. Kaylee's got the ship refueled. Zoe was in charge of buying the food, and Jane helped her carry it back to the ship. So, yeah, within an hour, you guys can have everything stowed and ready to go.
Sounds good.
All right, Wash, go ahead and get everything prepped for takeoff. I want to be off the ground in 30 minutes.
Sure thing, Cap.
Okay. So yeah, you guys get on board. You find the wave that he sent you with the coordinates for the location for where to land tomorrow night. What do you guys want to do in the meantime?
I'll be in my bunk.
You got to fly the ship, apparently.
And you have a wife.
That's where where do you think she is?
Yeah, okay, good. All right, there we go.
Do you want to go get something? I mean, I could use a new Hawaiian shirt.
Nothing.
He said, "Be yourself."
Well, I mean, what are you asking? Do we want to do anything else?
Yeah.
or-
Is there anything you want to do before we cut to the night of the party?
I'd like to find out a little bit more about Maximilian. What's his name?
Kostya?
Yeah, that
Okay.
guy. What can we find out on him?
Well, somebody would have to make a roll to dig up information on the cortex.
How much is that information gonna cost you?
I can do some book learning.
You would want to possibly do some knowing.
I am a 4 of knowing.
Yeah.
I'm a 4. And who's
Or
who's our
operate.
What if I use operate?
I'm
to...
a 10 of knowing.
Yeah, I want to do.
Yeah, but she's going to tell it to us in like iambic pentameter.
It's true. So for this, if I use operate, I want to do mental operate, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Although operate is... Yeah, operate's more about digging into the computers.
Well, but I want to tap into the cortex
right.
and go into the 4chan of Firefly and get the information
I
there.
mean, like the deep web?
Yes, the deep cortex,
Yeah, the deep...
like the cortex plus.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. So let's talk about what kind of things you would target. What information are you actually going to be looking for and digging up on this guy?
What are we looking for, Cap?
Who is he? What's
Yeah.
What are his alliances? Who's he working for?
Hacking someone's information is not something I've ever really done before.
Yeah.
So I'm going to replace my operate with a D4 so I can get a plot point if I succeed. No. Yeah,
Your
no.
operate.
No, yeah. So ship's pilot. I've never tried this before. If you replace your fly or operate skill with a D4 for the next roll, gain a big damn hero dice equal to that skill.
Okay.
If you succeed.
All right. So you're gonna take the. So you're gonna roll against the cortex
Sure.
to dig up information,
So that's just mental and operate, right?
and then your D4 for your, or read that distinction power again.
If you replace your fly or operate,
Okay.
so I would get a D8 for operate. I'm replacing that with a D4.
Okay.
I get a D8 for mental.
Yeah.
This is this shipboard computers?
Yes.
So what do I get for that? For that
Well,
specialty?
no, it wouldn't be shipboard computers because that would be about this operating
right,
system
yeah, okay,
of
that's fine.
Serenity. So,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that would not normally that would give you a D6.
Okay.
But that doesn't work here.
Okay.
Yeah. So that
roll that.
Roll that. Yep.
I add these together.
Yeah, add them together.
8.
I got a 9. So you get a lot of just public information.
Okay.
He's worked for various. His resume's got Blue Sun Corp on it. He's moved around. He's a low level corporate headhunter.
Okay.
He's a PR man mostly, talking to the media, that kind of thing. But he's got a reputation for being a bit. You find people talking about him as being a bit sleazy, but you can't get anything specific about him. So,
okay.
Yeah, maybe you're a little suspicious, but
no more suspicious than we were
I
when
mean,
he
it's-
approached
yeah.
just in a bar and
Right.
we're like, I know all about you.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
So, yeah. So you report that back to Mal that there just doesn't seem to be enough out there for you to find, or you don't know where to look.
Well, I've really not done this before. So
Yeah.
that's what it says.
So you need another.
Oh, no. I don't get anything.
Oh, you got
only-
a big damn hero die.
I get if I succeed, and I did not, so I don't get anything.
Okay.
Which is fine.
Cool.
I figured it wasn't going to kill us if it failed, so I might as well try it.
That makes
And
sense.
build up some big damn hero dice right now.
Sure.
Yeah. So corporate shill is basically the profile you get on this guy.
It's odd that a corporate shill is pulling together criminals.
Or working for them, but then again, aren't corporate shills all basically criminals anyway?
Well, I mean, not legally. Half the lawyers keep them out of it. Unless their lawyer's office gets raided.
Yeah.
That seems like some sort of historical fact I should
Yes,
know about.
Historical facts.
From Earth it was.
Earth it was, yeah. Maybe, never mind. We're going to move on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think other than that, I like buying a nicer Hawaiian shirt. I'm sure that...
A new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name of the planet we're on? I know we're going to Three Hills and we're going to Kaleidoscope.
Pelorum.
Pelorum, I'm sure, has some nice Hawaiian shirt stores.
Oh, I mean, it's a settled planet with a reasonable sized population. So yeah.
Would they be called Hawaiian shirts? I mean, Hawaii is from
That's a solid
Earth it
point.
was. Yeah.
They never talk about that.
Tropic shirts.
Tropical print shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's that avenue.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Anybody got any other ideas? Or should we just cut to the night of?
I don't know. I'm looking at you, River. Do you want to reach out mentally and see if you can just pull it out of his brain?
I mean, that would have helped when she was in the room with him. Mm-hmm. Not so much now.
Okay.
Because I have the know and the operate.
And the reader distinction. Could have tried to determine if he was lying, and then.
But you guys ignored me. But that's
I'm sorry,
Nope.
what?
Nope.
No, we were all excited about you eating carrots.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, you were kind of upstaging yourself with
Sorry.
the carrots.
Do love them carrots.
All right.
Those carrots were awesome.
So the next night, you guys fly into
Kaleidoscope.
There's the coordinates basically have you landing on a big mining complex. There's a hangar, for lack of a better term. I'm not exactly sure what the word would be. In this,
A place where we park our spaceship?
yeah, there's like
I'll call that a
a
hangar.
spaceport and then a building that's next to it with a hangar. They flag you in, whatever. So the guy flags you in. You land Serenity. As you come in, you notice everybody on the ground has some breather masks, slightly more high tech than the painter's mask that we are used to. Mm-hmm. There seems to be something in the air here that needs to be filtered out. And once you're landed, there's a guy out front, knocks on that single hatch at the back of Serenity.
Airlock.
Yeah, through the airlock. Yeah, he's knocking on the window and he's holding up a. He's got like 6 masks in a hand. And he's kind of shaking them.
Mm-hmm.
So indicating he wants to come in and give them to you.
Okay.
You let him in.
I think we shoot him. Yeah, we let him in.
You're not Jane.
It's true. Solid point.
So yeah, so he
Should we take grenades?
Again, you're not Jane. No grenades.
So he comes in and says, "Hi, you guys are the Serenity, Malcolm Reynolds." That's what the transponder said on the computer. Yeah. All right.
Yep.
Well, welcome to Kaleidoscope.
Guilty as charged.
Yeah. You guys, anybody going outside needs to wear one of these breathers. It's not bad, but the terraforming didn't quite take as well as everyone had hoped, and the air has a slight acidic quality to it. If you breathe too much of it on your own, you can get some
Popcorn lung.
Popcorn lung.
Yeah.
Is this Costas?
No. This is.
I bet it's going to be beautiful on our skin.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude.
you won't be out in the air long enough. There's filters on the hangar where you're going. It's more about internal stuff. That's you don't
Right.
want it inside you.
Mucous
So
membranes.
Yeah.
yeah. So how many might you need?
2 of us.
Well, at this point, River and Simon are probably out of sight.
I don't think we should take Shepard.
I don't know. I think we should take Shepard. I think we should take everybody but River and Simon.
You want to take Jane? Really? Do you think that's a good idea?
If something breaks off, I'd rather have him here with us.
All right. Yeah. Sure.
Yeah. So,
Right.
And did we agree Inara's not on the ship with us?
Yeah.
Okay, so no one. So Inara has left at this point.
Yeah, Nara's got her
Okay.
shuttle and she's off doing a thing.
Okay. So, so just 5 of us. No.
Sure. No, I don't know. Can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
5.
Okay.
Mhm.
So yeah. So puts down or gives you a crate with 5 masks in it. Says, okay, well, real easy. You just kind of follow the lights across the landing pad here, and that big warehouse with the giant number 4 on it is where your party's going to be. Have a good night.
Yep.
So you guys mask up.
Yep.
And you walk out, and they're all around you are ships that have come in and landed. You were told that they were hiring 12 captains, but you count 14 ships. So that's possibly of interest to you. And you see everybody sort of filtering over to the warehouse or the hangar.
Okay.
It has an airlock door on it,
All right.
and you head inside.
Anybody that we recognize from any of the ships?
I'm gonna go with if you'll spend a plot point, yes. Anybody?
No, I'm good. Yeah, you can have the plot point I already gave you.
Oh, right, yeah. Okay, Wash, you recognize?
It doesn't even have to be anybody named.
Yeah,
It was just
yeah.
like we're familiar with a couple of these guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's you recognize a guy you flew with for a couple months back in the day before you joined Serenity. We'll just call him Liam. Captain Liam.
Okay.
He was kind of an asshole. You didn't enjoy working for him. He nickeled and dimed you.
Okay.
You're the pilot. You're flying his ship under his command, and he's taking money out of he took money out of your cut for damage to the ship that was done because it wasn't properly, repaired.
Got it.
It wasn't your fault that the last guy didn't do the job.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And you recognize the name of one of the ships, the Scimitar. They are known to be a bloodthirsty crew.
Okay.
Not the kind of people Mal would want to work with, because they take on passengers and then kill them if they became a problem. If there were any kind of the slightest provocation, they wouldn't make it to their destination.
Okay.
So it appears that they're a lot of the people here are not your caliber of people. You know, that odd group that Mal likes to run with. It's the group here does not fit his standards very well.
How many Fireflies are here?
Are they a bit more rough?
Yeah, I mean, definitely some of them.
Okay.
Yeah, some of them are jerks. Some of them are, you know, just shady businessmen that, you know.
Kind of people I'd want to kick through an engine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm sorry, what was your question?
How many Fireflies?
Oh, none. Yours is the only one.
Okay.
Because those don't stay in the air anymore. They're so old.
Okay.
So, yeah. And you definitely get some looks from people looking at the ship and, you know, saying something to themselves, but they're too far away, and there's a breeze, so the noise doesn't travel as far as it would, or noise doesn't get to you. So you get to the airlock, and it takes a moment. There's a group in there. They're pressurizing and freshening the air. Yeah. And you guys move in, and it's clearly not as nice as the building that from the show, the Shindig. It's just a hangar, but they've set up some curtains to kind of give the illusion of a nice area.
Okay.
No floating chandeliers, but curtain rods, black curtains. There's a buffet table. It's a nice spread. Kaylee makes a beeline straight there.
Yep.
Jane follows a few steps behind because shrimp, and and then you see a group of 12 men and women, a little older maybe, dressed to the nines, tuxedos and ball gowns, and it at first you just kind of dismiss it like clearly those are the patrons, and then you take a second look and you realize they're all wearing white porcelain masks to hide their identity.
Okay.
With little what's the word, like translucent gossamer veils.
Okay.
So you can't make out anything but their eyes from this distance. So even if you had seen them before, we wouldn't recognize them.
Okay. All their hands are not blue.
None of their hands are blue. No gloves. And they're chatting in small groups of 2 and 3. Occasionally one of them will approach, or a group of them will approach someone who's obviously off one of the other ships, and they chit-chat for a little bit and then move on.
Yeah.
Seems like a nice society type party.
Sure.
What do you guys want to do? Really, it's just you guys and Zoe at this point.
Yeah, I'm looking at and where'd Book go?
Oh, I guess Book. So that would put you up to 6 people then.
Right. Well, we really were.
Yeah.
Book has the power of God. He doesn't have to breathe outside. That's how that works.
Let's go see who our hosts are.
Sure. Hey, Book.
Yeah.
What do you know about Maximilian Teutenfruit and Kostya?
Teutenfruit.
Hey, you got to find something to fill the time.
Well, I mean, I didn't meet him, so the name unfortunately doesn't really come up.
Okay. You heard about something like this before?
I mean, the masks are a little weird, to be honest. But rich people and their proclivities and whatnot, I suppose it could make sense in a certain circle.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'll go on over.
I think it's best if we don't get left alone with any of the masked rich people.
Yeah.
I'm getting a real Eyes Wide Shut vibe about this whole party.
I haven't seen that movie, so sounds good.
Okay, so let's go meet one of our hosts.
Okay. So like I said, they're standing around in groups of 2 or 3. Do you guys maybe go over and get drinks first, or do you just like?
Oh, I'm going to get like a small plate of food. Even if we're like you're walking anywhere near the buffet, I'm just going to grab a plate, not even wait for a line, just grab a little bit of food.
Oh, there's not enough people to make a line.
Yeah.
It's sort of
okay.
Yeah.
Just something hand like finger foodie.
Sure.
Okay. Hand foodie.
Okay. I'm going to dispense with the drinks and the food because I don't know what's in them.
Okay.
Yeah. Same reason I cut my apples in half before I eat them.
Because you once drank champagne in the trenches and it exploded because there was a grenade in it.
Just wouldn't be the first time I've had somebody slip something into my drink.
That's true. You are pretty.
I am.
You are
very
pretty, Captain.
So you approach a group, 2 men and a woman and a woman.
2 men and a woman.
2 men and a woman. 2 men and a woman are standing there. They see you kind of head in their direction, and they, look up and smile and nod at you and approach. And,
well, we assume they smile since they have masks on.
Yeah, I mean, you can see kind of through them, but it's not.
The wrinkles in their eyes get a little deeper.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like a cheesecloth, if you will. You can't pick out, details with certainty.
Okay.
But anyway.
That doesn't mean that there's cheese on it.
No, but I was thinking of Cable Guy when Jim Carrey puts the chicken
lunch
skin on
meat,
his face. And do you not remember that?
I vaguely recall
Yes.
that now, yes.
Yes.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, that. Anyway, they greet you. Hello. Good evening. Nice to meet you.
Hi, Malcolm Reynolds, Captain of the Firefly.
Ah, Captain Reynolds.
Serenity.
Captain Reynolds, a pleasure. You can call me Pegasus. This is Scorpio and Aquarius. Sorry for the theatrics of the evening, but we don't want to reveal our identities to everyone. There are some ne'er-do-wells among you tonight.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah.
Well, we only keep company with the finest of individuals.
And I'm Hippocampus.
And you get a small chuckle from the group and a nod, and they raise their drinks to you. And
good drinks, Captain.
yeah, and they so anyway, once the festivities of tonight are complete, though, we will meet face to face, and you'll we'll be able to answer more questions for you as to who we are personally. I'm sure you have those questions.
Oh. I might have said, so what's up with the masks, but you kind of beat me to it.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the idea, but it was, I was outvoted in committee.
Criminal committee. No, go ahead.
Yeah. So, what, we know of your reputation, obviously. Mr. Costio was nice enough to bring us a dossier on everyone he planned to contact for this evening. But what is it you feel you and your crew specifically bring to the table that sets you apart from everyone else, if I might ask?
Best pilot in the verse, best ship in the verse.
What he said.
Okay.
We also have a track record of working very well together and getting the job done every single time, with very few exceptions. I have a question for you, though. Mr. Costia told us that there were going to be 12 people trying out for this job, and I count 14 ships.
Yeah. Yes.
Counting is hard.
We had a few names that Mr. Coster brought to us that we just couldn't whittle down. That is sort of the other purpose of tonight's party. We will hire the 12 crews, pay the last 2 a reasonable sum for their time. Make sure that they make back the money they need for the fuel they spent, and we'll send them on their way.
Gosh, that's a lot of money to pay out to all of these ships, refueling all of them and paying these crews for their time.
Well, we have the funds available.
And where are the funds kept?
In banks.
Probably the first national bank in none of your business.
Whose side are you on here, Bosch?
Mine.
I'm just saying, if there are cases of gold and jewels around here, maybe this is the job.
Our compatriots all have bank account, legitimate bank accounts. We can pay you in either credits or platinum, as the case may be. Whatever your needs are, we can accommodate you. So like I said, they're trying to get a feel for you. They're trying to get, they want you to wow them is basically what they're trying to get to. Is there can you think of anything you might say or do in this situation to win them over? Or is that even something you want to do?
Can I tell them a story about one of our escapades using, like...
Goslings?
Baby keys, they tickle them. Using trick and distraction to distract them away from the fact that we're not very interesting.
Okay.
So that'd be social.
I think we are very interesting. We just don't have the benefit of Joss Whedon standing over our shoulders saying, okay, say this to him now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. I don't have that.
So you just look him in the eye and say, I'm a billionaire, philanthropist, superhero. Playboy. What are you? So yeah, I mean, like distract them, but not like in a bad way. Just like embellish a story fully.
Sure.
So again, social, you think?
Yeah, definitely social.
And then distraction, and then I'm going to get trick and distraction.
Yes.
Do you need me to go back to the ship and get your plastic dinosaurs?
For a full reenactment, maybe.
Okay.
So in this case, you're choosing your social attribute.
Yes.
You have 3 of those: mental, social, and physical.
Yep.
This is definitely a socialized role.
It's not juggling geese, so definitely not physical.
Yeah. And then we go down the list of skills, and you're choosing trick because you're going to make up a convincing story.
Sure. Yeah. I'm going to embellish a standing story.
Yeah. Okay.
And then distraction because...
You have a specialty in distracting with trick.
Yeah.
Which adds an extra D6 to your die pool.
Yes.
Anything else that you might want to add in there? Any distinctions that you think apply?
I don't think so. I can't use my... Okay, so I can use a little nervous to just straight add a D4 and get a plot point?
Yes.
Okay. How do I get big damn hero dice?
You just decide to use them.
No, how do I get them to use them?
Oh, you beat my rolls by 5.
By 5, okay.
Yeah, get a critical success, basically.
So I don't necessarily want to add a D4.
You can add a D8. You can you just decide you're using the distinction, and you get to add a D8 to your pool.
Oh.
These can be positive or negatives, depending. So you could add your little nervous to...
I'm going to use ship's pilot because
to add in some jargon.
Not just a jargon, but the ship. The story is obviously going to be about piloting the ship.
Okay.
Because they want a fast ship.
Yeah.
And that's what we are.
Okay.
Okay. So that makes sense?
That makes sense to me. Yeah, I like it.
So I roll all these.
Okay. And I'm just going to roll 2d8 against that because for their collective social skills and whatnot. And then you pick 2 to add them together.
10?
I got an 11.
Are you serious?
I am. That is... Yeah.
Can I spend a plot point to...
You can spend a plot point to add another one of those die to your total.
Yeah, you can have that, and I'll get a 13.
Cool. So, yeah, no, they hear Wash's story, and everybody kind of walks away chuckling. Oh, I guess very good. Good show.
Okay.
Because, they're hoity-toity rich people.
Yeah.
And you definitely get some nods. The 3 of them walk over and, have a word with the other members of the
Taurus,
board.
the crab, and...
Cancer, the crab, yes.
Yeah. No, Taurus, Cancer, and Orion, I guess. That's who the other people are, right?
The 12 zodiac signs? No.
Scorpio, Aquarius, and... I don't know the other.
Oh, no, I did say Pegasus for the first
You
guy.
did. That's why I was just assuming it was random.
Sorry, yeah. Mythological beasts.
No, random. Because Pegasus is a constellation as well.
Okay, yeah, then that's what it is. They're constellations. So sure, there's an Orion.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. That works. I had a different thing in my head, but you're right. I screwed that up.
That's all right.
Anyway, yeah. So you seem to have impressed a few of them.
So if it would have been your original thing and we would have killed them all, we would have been the Zodiac Killer.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Different story. Actually, that is a really great place for us to take a break.
Okay.
And come back next week with some more fascinating tales of bad rolls on Matt's part.
Yeah.
So we will talk to you guys next week.